Hey, it's Chris again with Minute Systems. Today we are going to bring you our 2013 Ultimate Mini ITX build. You've probably seen it around on the internet forums or on our Minute Systems Facebook page or Instagram. Today I am going to show you the contents of this, what makes up this beast called the Stormtrooper. And I'm sitting here with the owner, Phil. And he is going to go over the build process and everything that was, all the blood, sweat, tears that went into making this rig. So,
alright guys, we have our Stormtrooper ITX build here. That's its project name. We got the idea of just making something as small as possible with the most amount of raw power possible. This build was purchased back in about February of 2013, so at the time the Titan ITX, the Titan was the strongest single-core GPU. At this time, the 780 Ti, I believe, holds that position, but the Titan still holds it pretty strong. Going inside the guts of this build, we're going to see the full water cooling loop inside of it, and what went into that. The case is obviously a Bitfenix Prodigy. The motherboard inside of this unit is a Gigabyte GA-Z77N. So it is unlocked with it being Z. The overclocking potential on the board itself is very limited, but for the extra couple bucks for an unlocked board, why not? The CPU is a Core i7-3770K. We were able to get that overclocked to 4.3 gigahertz. Obviously, voltage was the limiting factor on this overclock. We have 8 gigs of Corsair Vengeance 1600 megahertz, and the GPU is obviously in a Vega Titan superclock card. The card itself, I believe, is a stock clock of 940 megahertz. I was able to bump it up to about 1045, just a light overclock there to get it past the 1 gigahertz mark. The power supply driving this beast is the Corsair AX760. It's platinum certified. And the storage on these is 2 SSDs, a 128 and a 256 Samsung Pro 840. The cooling for this entire rig, you can obviously see it's a full water cooling setup, which was definitely a challenge. This was my first time water cooling a build, so just doing it in a ITX style case definitely adds a little bit more of a challenge, but the Prodigy is definitely considered one of the larger ITX style cases. We have a EK XXX full cover block, XXL edition full cover block. The radiators, there's 2 radiators here, a 140 for the CPU and a 240 radiator for the GPU. They're the XD series, so they're the extra thick there. I think they're about 2 or 2.5 inches thick. They definitely disperse the heat just fine. I was actually surprised by the temperatures that I was getting. Full temps on the GPU will never go above about 37-38 Celsius. The CPU does get a little warm. I think it's around 75 Celsius on full load, but usually I don't really hit those temps too often, only under stress testing conditions. The fans that are cooling everything off are the Corsair SP 120s and 2 140s, so the 140s are on the 140 radiator and on the rear back panel as an exhaust, and the 120s are on top of the 240 radiator. Taking a look here, the peripherals driving this PC, I've got a ASUS PB278Q monitor. So it's a 1440p monitor, which definitely takes advantage of the Titan's processing power. It does do a little better there in the higher resolutions compared to 1080p's. My mouse is just a Logitech G9X, and my keyboard is a mechanical Magicust 2 10 keyless keyboard. The reason why I built this computer was for small form factor and raw power. I currently usually play Battlefield 4 with it. Also, I've been doing the beta of Hawken. These games definitely can push the power on this computer, and it can get a little warm depending.
And you've also started to do Bitcoin mining?
Yeah, Bitcoin mining with this, not really anything productive-wise. As we all know, the Titan really suffers in the hash rate of it, but it's just something that's been out there, and I just wanted to try it. It's kind of been interesting doing it, but definitely nothing that you actually really want to Bitcoin mine with as far as a Titan. You want to go AMD where they get those higher hash rates. But it's just something when I can't use my PC, I boot up the miner and just kind of let it roll and see what all the hype is about. If you guys have any questions, put your questions in the comments below, and we'll definitely try to answer any of them that you do have.